want to get attention. And CNN will report on this the way they did. And how did he say it? Several people in the crowd turned on her, screaming epithets. Was that speculation? Or did somebody were you there with her and you heard the screaming of names at her? They were calling her names. You heard that? Or she told you they did that? Really? So we got something going on here. CNN trying to stir it up, trying to make the news, if you will. And there's something else that they. Well, hold on. Before I get into that, she's a flight attendant, a Muslim, wearing a hijab, or the towel around her head, the whole garb. A flight attendant, Muslim. She was a big girl too. For what flight? For what airline is she? Now, folks, I'm not saying that big people can't work on airlines. I'm not saying that. However, what I am saying is that airline stewardesses usually, they can be old, they can be young, but usually, take care of themselves, if you will. I mean, that's the nature of the beast. That's what you do. If you're in the movie theater, in the movie world, you're going to go, and your presence, your appearance makes you money. Your presence and your appearance, and I know these airlines have very strict guidelines on weight limits, on what the stewardess wear. So there's a lot of things going on. But what airline does she belong to that she works at where she can get away with this? And where the hijack... hold on. If you're Muslim and you go to work and you're so hardcore about your religion, you're wearing your headgear and your dress. That's part of your attire. That's part of your shtick, if you will. What airline would allow her to show up with a thing wrapped around her head? And could you imagine boarding a plane and the girl says, hello, you like to sit right here? This is the window spot. You will like this very much. Yeah, I like the right here. And she's got the head garb and the Muslim. What? Dude, I think this story has gotten more and more fake now that I'm thinking about it. CNN trumped all, no pun intended, trumped all this up. They made this story up. They planted her there. No other outlet that I knew was there interviewing the woman. Only CNN. Okay, so they said several disruptions tonight, but not as many as last night in Burlington. Oh, so there are disruptions only at Trump rallies. Only Trump rallies where police are called and people are escorted out. Only Trump rallies have, and the disruptions. Folks, there's probably disruptions at every rally, everywhere, all the time. They're only making this one. And then the thing they did not, and this is why I'm here. I'm here for you guys. The one thing they did not report on. They said she's wearing the dress, the long garb dress, real plain drab color, like almost like a brownish, whitish, like a whitish gray color, real drab. And a big, bright yellow star. Yes. A big, bright, yellow star that looks like it was cut out of fabric or something and pinned on her lapel. Like when I say big, if you take your two middle fingers, touch them together, and take your thumbs and touch them together and make a circle, that's how big this star was. It was huge, and it was yellow. And it was in the shape of the Star of David, the Jewish star. These are the stars that were pinned upon the Jewish workers, if you will, or the Jewish prisoners of war in the concentration camps. These are the Jewish people being forced into concentration camps, murdered by the millions, starved to death, tortured to death by Hitler during the 30s and 40s. A yellow Star of David was pinned on their lapel. She had this pinned on her lapel. Yes. Yes, you think somebody's going to call something, say something to her? How despicable. And how despicable for CNN to even report this illegitimately. Oh, the more I think about it, the more I think that no, CNN, I think CNN made this story up. I think they planted her there. They did this on purpose. And, they're literally making the news, not reporting the news. Yep, absolutely 100%. So, I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on because I can't take that anymore. We got a thing from Ann Coulter. She was on a radio show earlier this week. She was on Joyce Kaufman's radio show, and they were talking all about Trump, if you will. And this is what Ann... Oh, man, our sound bites are all mixed up, and I don't have no idea what happened. Okay, there we go. This is just a 1-minute sound bite on Ann Coulter talking about Donald Trump and the situation we're in right now. So go for 1H.
People want to be like Reagan, and they're always saying, as Reagan said, and I'll be like Reagan. And
right.
You want me to be Reagan? I'll be Reagan. When Reagan ran, was he constantly saying, I'll be Calvin Coolidge?
No.
I mean, for Pete's sake, Reagan was elected 35 years ago. The world was a different place. The main problem facing America is no longer a threat of, a nuke from the Soviet Union.
Yes.
It's not encroaching communism. The threat facing America right now is that we are about to become Uganda.
Right. And radical Islam sees its opening. That's even scarier. We'll be a third world banana republic, and radical Islam will have its way with us.
Yes, I'm living under Sharia law.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So if you look into Uganda, the ruling party, if you will, has literally almost bankrupted the entire country. It's just awful. It's awful. And this is what, and then they went into the whole budget deal with Paul Ryan and stuff like that. This is what's going on right now in America. $20 trillion in debt. $20 trillion in debt, while China holds most of that. China's fake market imploding this week. The government had to step in and stop their stock market, stop the trading because of the hemorrhaging and the running away from the fake market. So China holds half of our stuff. Anyways, so all this money is being ripped out of the pockets of John Q. taxpayer, you and I, being sent abroad to United Nations, who is corrupt, awful, and evil, sent to the Muslim Brotherhood, corrupt, awful, evil, to the evil empires around the world. Our money is being sent there, and we're being bankrupt. Now, one thing she did say is that we're not facing communism. Well, she's wrong on that, because we are. We are facing a takeover of communism. We are 100%. It's a fact. Sorry, folks. You listen to the show. You understand. You hear it, and there's no two ways about it. So, you all have heard of TMZ. TMZ is a TV show where they go around and they try and catch celebrities out on the walk. Well, kind of funny. TMZ in Hollywood, walk around L.A., ran into none other than George Lopez. George Lopez is an outspoken comedian, and he's got an opinion just like everybody else, and that's fine, whatever. So TMZ catches him, and like they trolled him. Like they did this on purpose to get him either fired up or to get him whatever. So I'm going to play this clip real quick. And if there's any Spanish-speaking listeners out there, I'm going to need you to listen really closely towards the end where George Lopez starts speaking Spanish to the Spanish community about Trump. He spoke so fast I couldn't understand what he was saying. But if you're out there and you understand what he's saying, go ahead, give us a call, 772-49-SMITH. Tell me what he's saying. So here's George Lopez in Hollywood on TMZ on Trump.
Do you have any interest in hosting Celebrity Apprentice, George?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Why not? I think it'd be great. They're looking for a minority.
You know how many Latinos are in the United States? I think you're going to check your stats.
But I think
we're the largest growing majority. Look, I'm not Donald Trump's second-hand citizen, so I don't think so.
You wouldn't do it?
But also, his comments are, listen, those comments are vile in any civilized society. So, but, there's a freedom of speech. So, I know him. I don't particularly like what he's saying, but there is a right to say that. As Americans, who we all are, listen, the immigrants come from all over the world, not just the hole in the fence in Mexico. So, we should, as Americans, use our right and the right to vote, and also to free speech. So I don't agree with what he's saying, but I do think that him being in the race, listen, he's punking all the other dudes, man. He already called Jeb Bush's old lady out. Listen, if Jeb Bush ain't gonna call you out, she's Latina, she'll take you out. So she must not have an internet connection at her house, because she'd be like, that fool said what about me?
Absolutely.
Man.
Will you be playing on the Trump golf course anytime soon?
No.
So you're going to boycott Trump?
I'm going to boycott his golf course. Listen, and if there's any Latinos out there, si están trabajando en un lugar donde es el dueño Trump, that's a chump. Hey, vete de ahí, go work over here in another place. Steve Wynn. But no, we're boycotting. Listen, like he cares. He has so much money. But it has created a dialogue that I think America needs to have.
Does he have any chance, do you think, in the race?
Yeah, sure.
Think so?
There's enough racists in this country for him to get elected.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Thank you, George, man.
It's unfortunate. All right, guys, good luck. Hey, listen, remember, Trump in 2016.
Oh, really?
Trump in 2016. If he wins, he won't have to worry about immigration. We'll all go back.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Thanks, George.
All right, guys, thanks.
Is that not hysterical? Oh, God bless George Lopez. I don't know where he was coming from with that, and then he says, "Go Trump." The Trump 2016, Trump chump. Okay, good times. It's all fun and games. I've got another sound clip of Trump right here. There's a lot of YouTubers that are out there making mashups, if you will. They'll take Donald Trump's words or Donald Trump's pictures, a video of him, and put it all together and kind of make up a funny video, which is pretty cool. There's one video that I ran across from a guy named Hugh Atkin. If you ever want to follow him, it's Hugh G ATKIN on Twitter. I don't know where that came from. So Hugh Atkin, and this is the mashup that he made of Trump, which I don't think he's making fun of Trump, but it came off as funny. And there's a couple of things that are out there that people might be trying to make up of Trump to make fun of him that's funny. You can't. He's got some really thick skin. I mean, alligator skin, if you will. He laughs it all off. There's a video that we posted. Like I said, if you follow us on Facebook, there's a video we posted up on our page this week of Donald Trump singing Green Acres, all dressed up in a farmer's outfit with another lady. I mean, it was off key, it was whatever, but man, it's just him having fun, just enjoying it. And the libs, they hate that. They hate the whole, he's so cool, he's so funny, he knows he's not that good at singing, but he's going to do it anyways, he's going to laugh about it, and he's going to enjoy himself and have fun. So that was this week, but I'm going to play this clip from Hugh Atkin that put up on YouTube called Trump Mashup. What is going on with these sound bites?
States.
Okay, there we go.
Our country is in very bad shape. The unemployment numbers just came out. They're terrible. We're not going in the right direction. A change has to be made.
And now we have something really different, and by the way, really cool. We just came out with a fragrance It's called Success by Trump, and it's sold at Macy's.
Sometimes I'll skip breakfast. I actually like skipping breakfast because, like everyone else, you always fight the weight. You fight and fight and fight.
If you put it on, anything you want will come true.